Good morning, and welcome to a new episode of Meatpacking Unpacked, Community Connected, brought to you by the Meatpacking District. My name is Jeffrey LeFrancois, and I'm the Executive Director of the Meatpacking Business Improvement District. Today, I'm joined by Regine Berthelot. Regine is a meatpacking spa-based esthetician who has been with Caudalie for 12 plus years. Regine is the Director of Spa Education for Caudalie America and works closely with the founder, Mathilde Thomas, to develop the treatment protocols. She has over 37 years in the industry, working with top skincare brands and many celebrities. Regine speaks English, French, and Spanish, and travels the world to train on Caudalie skincare protocols. She loves treatments to balance and treat the skin, mind, and body. Her favorite Caudalie product is Beauty Elixir to energize and bring radiance to the skin with a sensorial experience. Regine, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Nice to be here.
Great. So you've been in the industry for quite a while. Two parts of that. What's the biggest change you've seen in the sort of arc of your career when it comes to beauty and wellness?
Well, it's very interesting because there's trends and trends comes and goes. I feel that when I started in the industry, it was very much hands-on, and then we went into machines, and then we realized the power of the hand. So I feel like, we're kind of coming back to the roots of, the treatment and the well-being, especially now with, these days and this situation. I feel like we need to have like that special touch. So I think that the power of the hands has become very important.
That's full circle in a
Yes.
lot of sense, I guess. That's great. Okay. And how long have you been with Caudalie?
So over 12 years now, but I've been working with the Caudalie products for over 22 years. I was, working in another spa that had many brands, and Caudalie was always my go-to choice in terms of the products, the smell, the feel, the clean, clean beauty aspect, but also, the results-driven aspect. So.
And what is distinct about their product? What makes it stand out for you, if that was what you were reaching for to use too?
Good question. I feel that, for me, it felt like the natural and the doctor brand all in once. And again, this was like so many years ago that you were either a natural brand and you were organic products that, smelled good and had like, a nice feeling when you put them on, but didn't really have results. Or you went with the doctor brand who were really hard to, fathom because, it was a hard smell, but you had some instant gratification. So here you had basically the results with the natural aspect. And then being French, there's that little je ne sais quoi of like, the luxury sensorial experience as well.
And that it's all from a grape.
Exactly. Who knew? I guess the Romans knew basically, because back in the days, they were all about grapes. And I feel that the grape has so many powerful, ingredients and aspects. And to have the grape seed being like the most powerful antioxidant to protect 4 out of 5 lines, super important to basically like bubble wrap your skin to super protect it, especially in New York. Having resveratrol coming from the stalk of the vine, that's basically your anti-aging, your cell renewal aspect, which is the #1 anti-aging molecule. And viniferine, that's from the sap of the vine that helps to brighten, even, and diminish pigmentation. So a great like anti-aging all in one.
So we're not just talking about the grape in terms of the fruit, we're talking about the wholeness of the plant.
Exactly.
Stem, the leaf, like there's extractions taken from everywhere.
Exactly. So Caudalie is actually the founder of vinotherapy, treatments from the vine, and they're basically using all the aspects. So you were saying how, we're using the grapes. We're also using the grape water, the water from the juice of the grape that's super hydrating and soothing and even, protecting from free radicals. We're using vinolevure, that little white powder that is on the surface of the grape. Being, a New Yorker now, I thought that this was the New York pollution, but it actually is a natural protection to help to hold all the juice in the grape and also to strengthen the skin of the grape. So it actually appears to our skin too, because it's going to hold all the moisture in our skin, but also strengthen our skin. Amazing.
See, the more you know.
Yes.
All right, so winter is coming. which, you know, New Yorkers were outside, you know, pandemic or not, we get exposed to the elements.
We do.
What's your number one recommendation for winter skin, winter treatment, winter protection?
So I always say that you have to have the 1-2 punch of like a serum moisturizer, because the serum is basically treating like the inside of your skin, where the moisturizer is treating the outside of the skin. So that already is like super important to make sure that you're treating all the layers of the skin. And in terms of serum, I would go with something that has a lot of hyaluronic acid, but we've also noticed that resveratrol with microhyaluronic acid will actually help to teach your skin how to make your own hyaluronic acid. So it's like a clever way, instead of just waiting for it to happen, you're making it happen yourself.
So the skin does generate that. You're kind of teaching it to do that.
It does. I always say it's like, you know, teaching a hungry man how to fish instead of just giving him a fish. You know, you really want your skin to do the job so that you're taken care of.
And that's hyaluronic acid that does that?
So hyaluronic acid, when it's bonded with, the microhyaluronic acid, which is a smaller version, with the resveratrol penetrating deep into the skin will help basically get your skin to produce more hyaluronic acid.
Gotcha.
Over there, yeah.
And you so serum moisturizer combo.
Yes.
Do you recommend changing moisturizer types throughout the year?
Absolutely. I felt, honestly, being in New York, that the past couple of weeks when the cold started, my skin...
I had to up my moisturizer game. Yes.
Yes, exactly. So I feel like, you know, an oil will also help to improve moisture in the skin, especially like a night oil. It's like repairing. But in terms of moisturizer, for example, in the summertime, if you have sensitive skin, for example, Caudalie has the moisturizing sorbet, which is a great, super light moisturizer.
Yes.
Very soothing, very hydrating. But then in the winter, you want to basically use sorbet's bigger, richer sister, basically, by using the SOS Intense Moisture Cream. So that's just an example for, I would say this is in the range of soothing and sensitive skin. But then, you know, Caudalie has like all different range. So we'll go from like, you know, the simplest to I would say the Rolls Royce, the Big Mama. This would be, for example, Premier Cru. Premier Cru has all patents of Caudalie. So you're going to get the grapeseed polyphenol to protect, you're going to have the resveratrol to firm, and you're going to have the viniferine to brighten. But then this is a fluid, so this is great in the summertime, but then in the wintertime, you might want to get, again, the richer version, which is the Premier Cru Riche, and that is also going to have all of the patents, but with extra plant extracts, like very, you know, fine oils that are going to super nourish your skin for a thicker, richer moisturizer.
So I've always found it interesting because you say serum and oils, and yet at the same time, you don't want oily skin.
No.
So what does an oil treatment do? And does that just make your skin oily? I mean, what happens here?
That is great question. So in terms of serum, for example, all of our serums are oil-free. So they're not going to clog the skin. And I always say that skincare is about balance. You want to deep cleanse your skin without drying it, and you want to deep treat your skin without clogging it. So what we call balance and treat, balance would be like cleansing, toning, exfoliating, masking. That would be, you know, balancing your skin to prepare your skin basically for the treatment. And then the treatment would be your serum, your moisturizer, and then we have like all other, you know, options as well. But in terms of oil, so for example, one of my favorite is called Premier Cru Precious Oil. So it's a dry oil, meaning that it's not going to be oily on your skin. I'll show you a couple of drops. When you apply it on, it goes right into your skin. So it's not going to make your skin oily, but it's just going to give you that extra oomph, that extra glow that you wanted to protect, firm, and brighten. And this is actually a product that, you know, talking about celebrities, that I've used on J-Lo, and we do call it the J-Lo glow, and many celebrities rave about it because it really does give you, you know, without making your skin look oily, it gives you that youthful dewiness that you want without having that oily feeling.
Okay, so something I feel like I want to write down and like tattoo on the bathroom wall. The order of application of things, right? You got oil and serum and cream and this, that, and the other thing. What is the order of placement?
It's a great question, and so many people are, concerned about that. So if we're keeping it super simple, you always want to do your serum first and then your moisturizer.
Got it.
But then there's other aspects. There's the eye. We recommend to do the eye treatment first. Why? Because the eye area is a very thin skin, basically 6 to 10 times thinner than the rest of the skin. So it really needs to have a very specific product. If you apply your serum and moisturizer on your face and then try to apply your eye cream, you've already put some of your, moisturizer by the eye contour. So try to do the eye contour first. And also, because this way you have clean hands, you always want to be touching your eyes with clean hands. So that's also, a very important part. So eye cream first, but then we can also add a few other elements just to kind of give you that like 11-step, Korean beauty. So we have essence. So a lot of people will ask me, what's the difference between an essence and a toner, for example? Sure. So a toner, we would say, is going to balance your pH after your cleanser. It's also going to prep your skin, after cleansing, but it really is in terms of the last part of your cleansing, where an essence is going to be the first part of your treatment. So the essence is clearing the traffic for your serum to go right to the point. So basically, if you use your serum, for example, we've done clinicals where when using your essence before your serum is going to be 2 times more effective. So it really does help in treating your skin. It's basically glycolic acid just to slough off your dead cells. It also has grape water to hydrate the skin, so your skin is like a sponge. It's absorbing a lot better. And then it also has white peony that gives you that beautiful glow.
Huh, okay. So essence really just get your base ready.
Yes, exactly. So a couple of drops in your hands, and what you want to do is just press it into the skin. So when you're pressing it, your skin is like a sponge. It's absorbing it so much better.
Okay.
So a great way. So essence first, and then serum. So again, serum of choice. This is Vino Perfect. It's actually our #1 Caudalie product sold. One is sold every 30 seconds in the world. It's 62 times more effective than vitamin C to brighten.
That is amazing.
Non-photosensitizing, so you could use it day and night. And it really helps in brightening the skin, even out your complexion, and diminishing if you have pigmentation, dark spots, or melasma or anything.
Okay.
So essence and then serum, and you did your eyes first, and then it's going to be your moisturizer. Now, if you wanted to add an oil, you can always add an oil to the serum, because these are the two, like an oil will be like super penetrating. So adding an oil to the serum is how it's going to penetrate the most.
And you can mix those together. You can put the drops right in your hand together.
Like 1 drop of each, mix it in your hands, and then just apply on the face. And what we recommend to apply is always warm it in your hands, because this way it has like a better spreadability, but also take a nice little whiff, because all the Caudalie products have these amazing scents that are basically the natural plant extract. So it's not going to be anything that's going to be, harmful or chemicals or anything. But these natural plant extract just basically transport you to Bordeaux, So it really is like a nice way to treat. And, sensorial is so important. So, activating your senses is so great too. And then when you're applying, try to apply from the center to the side, because this way you're giving your skin a little lymphatic drainage as well.
Okay.
And once you're done on the side of the face, you could go down on the side of the neck, because this way you have your lymph nodes that go from the face down to the décolleté. So that's always a great way. And then same with the moisturizer, then you would apply. Now you could always add an oil to your moisturizer as well, but this is if you want like a super dewy look. So if you want your oil to penetrate and not look too oily, I would say use it with the serum because that's when it's going to penetrate the best. If you want a little bit more of a dewy look, add it also or with your moisturizer, then you'll have a little bit more of a glow.
Like a glow. And
Yes.
Dewy, that's the cosmetic
Yes.
term. I kind of love that. I'm learning so much. This is
good.
quite fantastic. Holiday season.
Yes.
We're stressed. We are living through a pandemic. It is, there's going to be more that we're going to have to deal with. What are there some preventative things? I mean, are there regular things one can do when they go to the spa, or that you should think about like your, regular maintenance of yourself? How do you fold that in from a spa perspective?
Yes, I think it's very important. And we've noticed, so since March, we've been doing these virtual skincare consultation with clients throughout the world, basically. And we've noticed how people really needed to have, the self-care, especially nowadays. So I think that doing, your little routines at home are going to be super important. And if you can, the spa, there's nothing like having somebody else, especially, a Caudalie trained esthetician touch or, massage therapist touching your skin really helps not only your skin, but your soul. So I really do think that, having both is ideal, but again, you're not always available to have a spa near you. So doing it a little bit at home is super important. So what I would say, again, balance and treat your skin. So balancing with like a cleanser and a toner morning and evening, and exfoliating and masking once or twice a week. So this way you're removing the dead cells with the exfoliator and treating the skin deeper with, whichever issue it is. It could be moisturizing the skin, it could be brightening the skin, it could be detoxing the skin, it could be purifying the skin. So again, you have like all different options. But I do have to say, since the pandemic, the detox mask has been one of our top sellers in terms of mask, because a lot of toxins from the stress, but also from the mask. Now every time we're having this mask, we have what we call mask knee. So the mask is basically like brewing all these impurities in the pores. And if you have like blackheads or impurities, they're really, going crazy.
Yeah, because it's trapped.
Yes. So one of our toners actually that I love is our beauty elixir. So beauty elixir, you spray it on, it kills bacteria. And then when you mask, then, so we say like mist and mask. So this
mist
way.
And mask, I love that.
So this way, that you're killing bacteria. So when you put your mask on, it's not gonna, go worse.
Right, it's not gonna keep growing.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay, mask knee and mist and mask is what we want to do.
Right.
Really good to know. What is if you're to recommend one product from Caudalie, what would it be?
That is so hard because I have like so many favorites. I honestly do think that the beauty elixir has helped me through so much, because beauty elixir is a toner. It has basically, you'll see, it has like these like essential oils that are mixed with rare water. So basically what you want to do is shake it and then mist it. It's like a toner, so it's going to tighten the pores. It's also a great makeup setter. So all the makeup artists use this, and we call it prep, set, and glow. It sets your makeup. So it's basically preventing your makeup from oxidizing. It's anti-oxidizing. Okay. So your makeup stays true to color, but also it's a glow activator. It just gives you that little extra, again, radiance, not oiliness, Right. So it's a great aftershave. My husband loves to use it after shaving because it kills bacteria, but prevents also little ingrowns. I use it also to calm down, like a de-stressor. I spray it on my pillows because it has that a little aromatherapy. I love to spray it also in the shower because it really gives you that like sensorial, you know, it has like, it doesn't have eucalyptus, but it has mint, balm mint, rose extract, rosemary. So the scent is beautiful. And yeah, so you can play with it like so many different ways. So I would say like that is one of my like I can't live without. But then I would say like global anti-aging, Premier Cru, and you know there's a whole line, but the Premier Cru line is your go-to in terms of protecting, hydrating, firming, brightening. So that's like I would say like my go-to. And of course there's the serum, the moisturizer, and the eye.
Right. I was just trying to see if there is. It sounds like that first one you spoke about, which was, what was the name of that one again?
So it's called Beauty Elixir.
Beauty Elixir. That's so universal. It
It
sounds.
is. It
Got
is.
it.
And it's, again, so many ways to use it. Everybody loves it, you know, men and women and, you know, all different skin types. So really it does work well for so many ways.
And you mentioned makeup. I think that we're seeing with people staying home more, makeup applications are not,
No,
what they were. And
no.
of course, there's nothing wrong with that one way or another. How are you seeing that change your side of the industry in terms of how that's treated?
So it's true. I feel that now we want to basically, you know, especially with all these Zooms and everything, we want to have more of like a glowing complexion instead of covering, you know, with foundation and mask. So I think, again, having products that are going to give you radiance, or your skin is going to be illuminated from within instead of covering from the outside. So giving treatments like, you know, we were talking about like the serum that is like your radiant serum with an essence, and then having a mask, for example, that is a glycolic peel mask. It's a cream mask that's just going to give you like an instant glow. We call it Pac-Man for the skin, but I also call it like a flash facial so that you can kind of give like that radiance without having to wear makeup. And we love to say at Caudalie, where again, in France, we don't use so much makeup. So we say like the no makeup makeup. And it really does kind of give you like just a little concealer, a little mascara, and a little touch of, you know, lips or cheeks. And there you go. You didn't cover the face, you just enhanced it basically.
Well, this has been illuminating and really
Literally.
educational, actually. So thank you for this. I have a couple of questions so we
Yeah.
can unpack a little bit about you.
Okay.
And my first one we didn't cover, but I'm curious: gel or foaming face wash?
So it really depends on your skin type. I
I have
feel
both
that,
of those.
yes, so the cleansing gel is great if you have like a little extra dead cells because it has salicylic acid. Also, if you feel like you want to purify your pores, just because it has grape water to hydrate, but also 6 organic essential oils to kill bacteria. So it really helps to clear the skin. And then the instant foaming cleanser honestly is great for all skin types. It's a great none of our cleansers have sulfate. So it's a non-sulfate that is a liquid, but that comes out with the pump as a foam. I love it as a shaving cream as well. So, you know, my husband loves it as a shaving cream, and I do recommend just to have that like clean feeling. It also has this beautiful scent of flower of the vine. So again, that's another ingredient that we love to use. That little flower just has that beautiful, like kind of like watermelon scent that has like a very fresh scent on the skin. Again, just natural ingredient.
Got it.
It also has sage. Yeah.
All right. And
Thank
then
you.
away from anything Caudalie or beauty related, cocktails or wine?
I am French, so I do have to say wine.
Red or white?
Also, I do red because it has so much more antioxidant. The red,
Of course.
and this is the story that I discovered when I met Caudalie. How did this whole chance encounter happen? Mathilde, the owner and founder of Caudalie, in 1993 was giving a tour of her family vineyard. Her parents owned Chateau Smith au Lafitte in Bordeaux. Beautiful wine, very high, graded. But at that time, she was giving a tour, and this professor said, "What do you do with the grape seeds that you don't use for white wine?" So basically, she was like, "Well, we discard them. We're just, if for the white wine, you just squeeze the juice of the grape and you discard the skin and the seeds. Where red wine, you use the whole grape with the skin, the seeds, the stem, and you crush everything. And that's why a red wine is more opaque. And that's why red wine has a lot more resveratrol and antioxidants." So I do have to say red, and Bordeaux in particular, and Chateau Smith-Telafite if possible.
A beach visit or a hike in the mountains?
I am from Brittany, so beach is my go-to place, but I do have to say the air in the mountains has, such exhilarating, and reading basically Mathilde's book. She grew up actually in the French Alps, and so reading that basically wants to make you go there. But yes, for me, the beach is my oxygen. Yeah.
And a night at the theater or a day at the museum?
My son working in museums, I do have to say that I love all the aspects of the research and, all the collections and everything. So I do have to say the museum for all those intricates. But again, love them both.
Exactly. Well, is there anything final tip that you can recommend as we're going to the holidays, like potential curve 2 here of what we can do for like wellness and self-care as it relates to your industry?
I think staying positive. I know it's a hard challenge right now, but the glass is always half full, not half empty. I feel like this way, it's just a way of mind. Actually, Mathilde in her book talks about skincare and enjoying skincare instead of like, oh, I have to wash my face tonight. Think of, oh my God, this cleanser smells so good, and these essential oils are killing my bacteria. It's all good, like just twisting your mind in a different way to make it, more enjoyable. And the other thing is drinking water. I feel like, hydration is never enough, and especially now with the cold, and especially if there's heat in the apartment. So I always start my day with 2 large glasses of like lukewarm water because it goes through your system much easier. Adding a few drops of, lemon or orange to give it a good taste. And this way you get like a kind of a jump start on your hydration, like when you wake up. So it's a good way to start your day. And again, keeping it happy and positive.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure, Jeffrey.
Really appreciate your time. So thanks everybody for joining us today on another episode of Meatpacking Unpacked. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned to hear from the district and the city's cast of characters across the cultural, political, and business spectrums. We'll see you next time.